Hey, it's Maggie. So this is a build I did in Brindleton Bay. I started it actually in like February, so this is me building the exterior in February of this year. So it was like 6 months ago when I started this build. I never really got around to finishing it, but I decided today that I would finish the interior because I did the whole exterior like on, you know, like in February. So I wanted to finish it up, so I finished off the interior, and I did add some things outdoors. It's just like, it's a very well landscaped house, if that makes any sense. Like, there's a lot of landscaping, there's a lot of greenery and plants around the build, so I didn't really have to do much with the outside except just like decorate as much as I could. But yeah, I tried to make it look super nice, although I'm very happy with the way this build came out. Like, I'm so impressed I was able to do this, build a house like this, and in the exterior, I'm very impressed with the exterior. And it did take me quite some time to do the exterior. I remember doing it like 6 months ago, and I was just, the landscaping took a long time because I was adding a lot of plants around the lot. As you saw in the photo in the beginning, it's like it's very green, like very like well landscaped, at least in my opinion. I think I landscaped it very well. But yeah, so yeah, here I'm just doing the shell, and it's kind of complicated, but I like the way it came out. Yeah, so this is just the shell. We get onto the interior pretty soon, don't worry. If you're more into interiors, like, it doesn't take me that long when I'm making a speed build to do the exterior footage as it takes to do the interior footage if you're interested in interiors. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but yeah. Yeah, so this is a cute house. I never really like imagined anyone, I mean, I didn't build this, I didn't make a sim for the house. I just kind of like went with what was in my head, and there's 3 bedrooms. There's 2 bedrooms that are like kids' bedrooms, and they each have 2 beds in them, so there's probably like 4 kids. I was thinking like 2 girls and 2 boys because the girls have their own room and then the boys have their own room. But yeah, so it's kind of an interesting dynamic, but I think maybe the girls are twins, and I was thinking this in my head when I was building a house, and then the boys who stay in the other bedroom, they're like, one of them is a preteen and one of them is a child, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I just envisioned that when I was decorating that room. But yeah, it's very blue. I like the blue accents on the exterior. I think it's so pretty, and I think it really fits in well with this world, this part of the world. Obviously, this is for my save file, so I'm excited about that because, you know, this is a big build, and usually I don't like doing big builds, but I'm glad I got this out of the way, and also I'm glad with just the way this build looks. Sorry, that's my cat making noises. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just super impressed that I did this in February, and I don't know, like, I think I've been improving at building, but I didn't think I would be so good at building in like February. I don't know. I thought I was gonna, well, basically what I'm trying to say is, I thought I was gonna come back to this build and be like, oh, I don't like it, but then like I opened the game up again and got this build out, and I really like it a lot. So yeah, I'm just really impressed I did this like so long ago, and I feel like I've improved since then, is basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, but even though this is probably like one of my favorite builds I've done, the exterior just looks so good. Like, it's just like the shape of the house and the colors and the landscaping, it all like goes so nicely together. But yeah, so here I'm just adding windows. There's a lot of windows in this house, like so many windows. Maybe I could have put less windows, but I don't know, I just kind of like the feel of having more light in the house. When I decorated the interior, I mostly decorated it at night, or like when in the night, like, how do I say that? I decorated when it was dark in the game, and so I think that's what I did when I decorated the interior. I usually do that because, you know, it's just like, I don't know why I do that, but anyway, but yeah, so here I'm just doing like adding the finishing touches to the exterior. And I think that's about it with the exterior. I do add some like foundation, as you can see right there. I'm not sure what to talk about, But eventually we'll get into the interior. The interior is very interesting. The one thing I regret about the interior is I made the kitchen very tiny. I made the kitchen like super tiny, which was a bad mistake on my part. I made the kitchen so tiny. Here's the kitchen. You can see how tiny it is. And this is a big build. Like, it's a pretty big lot, and this kitchen is just tiny. So I kind of wish I had reworked the kitchen and put it in a bigger space, and then put the living room area in a bigger space. Because the kitchen and living room are like in the same space in this one room as you see here. But yeah, it's kind of awkward, this kind of layout with like the bed, I mean not the bedroom, the living room, and then the kitchen right next to it, when it's like normally you would have like, typically you would have a dining room with a kitchen right next to it. But I don't know what I was thinking when I started off the interior of this build. I don't know, I wasn't really thinking very well. I wasn't being very rational, but I mean, I like the way this build came out. Like, I do like the rest of the build, like the interior, and the bedrooms. I'm very impressed with the way the bedrooms came out. But yeah, I just have that little minor flaw with this like kitchen living room area. It's very weird to me, but I hope you guys like it anyhow. I think next time for the future, I think I might just like, if I don't like something in a build, I might just, before I upload it, because I usually upload my builds to the gallery right away, like right after I finish doing them, which I know is like not the greatest thing to do, because you know, you can make mistakes before you upload it to the gallery, if that makes any sense. And so I just uploaded it right away, and then I was like, when I looked at the build, I was like, I don't like that kitchen living room area, I should change that. And I would have, if I hadn't uploaded it to the gallery. I mean, I know it's like I just uploaded it to the gallery, but like I still didn't want to like take it down from the gallery and then like switch everything up, because yeah, that would take a long time. So I was a little lazy, but it's okay. I'm very impressed with the way this build came out though, like the whole interior and the exterior is gorgeous in my opinion. Yes, I'm just surprised that I built this. Like, I'm just surprised that I actually took my time to build something like this, because usually I'm kind of a fast builder and I kind of like skim through, if that makes any sense. I kind of like skim through building. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I kind of like rush through building. And this exterior like came out so pretty, and I'm just very impressed I was able to do that. Like, I don't know, like 6 months ago when I started building this house. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about how impressed I am with this build, because I feel like it gets old. So I'm not sure what else to talk about. That was just my point. So yeah, so I had a notification on my phone and I had to look at it for a second. Something about breaking news. I was like, what is that? But yeah, and there is this greenery room here. I don't know, greenery room? Is that even a word? There's this green room here. Well, I don't even know if it's like called a green room, if that's like what you call it. But just basically like a plants room, like where they just garden a lot. I think this family who lives here, I didn't make a family for this house as I said before, but the family who lives here, they garden a lot. And they like, and the mom or the dad or whoever likes painting, you'll see in the upstairs there's like a big painting area. Yeah, here's a big painting section of the house. And when you think about it, the interior isn't actually that big. Like, it's actually kind of small. I mean, the lot is big, like 40 by 30, but the interior is like kind of small for the lot, and I don't know why I did that. But I think I'm glad I did, because I don't like spending forever on interiors, as you may have noticed. I kind of like skimmed through it, if that makes any sense. I just like kind of rush myself when I'm doing interiors. But one thing I did enjoy about this build though was doing the bedrooms. The bedrooms were really fun to do. Like, as you can see, this is the girls, or the twin girl bedrooms. I just like making bedrooms for like kids and stuff like that. I don't know what it is about that. It's just like you can be so creative and with the colors and everything, and it's cool. So yeah, because normally when I build in a house, when I'm doing interiors, I just do like a beige color scheme, as you may have saw in like the downstairs of this house. And then when I get to bedrooms, I'm like, oh, I can like kind of like go all out or whatever, because it's like not, it doesn't have to be conformed. I don't know if the conformed is the right word. It doesn't have to be conformed to the rest of the build, like the rest of the beigeness in the build. I'm not making any sense. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this voiceover here before I get any more awkward. I hope you enjoyed this build though. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Ryan Little.
Japan!